Hello everyone, in this video I will talk about multi. The first, collocation. Collocation are models of Western European languages. These built on grammatical principles, with sentence being two focal units. According to some authors in a central study on collocation, there are two principles which account for the structural patterning of lexemes. Idiom principle is that a language user has available to him or her a large number of semi-reconstructed phrases that constitute single choices even when they might appear to be analyzable into segments. And then another one is open choice principle. It corresponds to a way of seeing language text as the result of a very large number of complex choices. In idiom principle, this is a collocationist view of language that observes the strong patterning in the co-occurrence of words. It is completed by the psycholinguistics approach, which observes how language is processed and acquired. And also, since words are shown not to operate as independent and interchangeable parts of the lexicon, that is part of a lexical system, a learner must have full knowledge of the word, meaning, pronunciation, morphology, and its grammatical behavior. Multi-word items that are terms and categories. Multi-word item is vocabulary item consists of a sequence of two or more words. They are synaptically, which can be syntactically, and are divided into non-compositionality, institutionalization, and fictionality. Multi-word items, terms, and categories. There are many forms of multi-word items, and lexicology and etymology have generated a collection of names for them. A multi-word item is a vocabulary item which consists of a sequence of two or more words, considering that a word is simply an orthographic unit. Multi-word items are the result of lexical and semantic processes of what is known as falsification rather than as grammatical growth. For example, comparative forms of adjectives or passive forms or verbs can be separated out and excluded from the category since they are formed grammatically. Multi-word items, terms, and categories here for the types compounds are divided into orthographic and morphological. And then phrasal verbs have specialized meanings such as compositionality and completeness. And then idioms have holistic meanings. Fixed phrases have specialist pragmatic functions and non-predictable pragmatic functions. And then preverbs or pre-constructed. Multi-word item is a subordinate term, therefore there are three different types of multi-word items. The first, compounds, differ from single words only by being written as two or more orthographic words, cannot be spread out altogether since hyphenation conventions blur the distinction between compound multi-word items and polymorphism. Many open or two-word compounds are nouns. Prime Minister, crystal ball, and so on. And then compound verbs are typically hyphenated, and combined changes are also often hyphenated. The second one is phrasal verbs, are combinations of verbs that include their of prepositional particles. They have specialized meanings, which mean they may bring in constitutionality from transparent combinations. Examples break off through compositives. For example, it up. Phrasal verbs have particular synthetic properties such as the placement of any nominal or pronominal objects with respect to the verb. And then the last one, idioms, refers to multi-word items which are not some of the ones. They have holistic meanings which cannot be read but gripped from the individual meanings of the component words. Idioms are also typically metaphorical in historical or etymological terms. Metaphor may be relatively straightforward to decode, and regard to institutionalization are generally infrequent. Instances of fictions are often held to be relatively closer and have severe grammatical restrictions. And then fixed phrases cover a number of multi-word items which fall inside the phrases category, include items such as insect, by, far, as well as greetings, and a few others. This is strongly institutionalized and strong fit. Compositionality is variable in kind and degree. Inuit and suffix can be included in this category, and then grammatically ill-formed or because they have specialized and non-predictable pragmatic functions. And then prefab, also known as prefabricated proteins, refer to as lexicalized sentence or ready-made complex units. Prefabs are reconstructed phrases, phraseological chunks, stereotyped collocations, or semi-fixed strings which are tried to discover solve situations and which form a structuring devices. Frequently used as particular kinds of signal or conventions, but they often vary rather than be a complex, completely processed. Traditions and model of multi-word items. Semantic ways to differentiate between categories within multi-words according to degrees of conventionality. And then syntax based grammatical well-formed names as their starting point are often non-compositional or they do not obey rules. Semantic space are in many respects the most traditional. They differentiate between categories of multi-word items according to degrees of conventionality and also aim to identify the irreducible semantic levels of the lexicon. And then in contrast, syntax-based grammatical well-formed as the starting point of multi-word items and in particular idioms and fixed phrases are often very conventional because they do not obey rules. The last model is known as functional, and here multiple items are integrated into the vocabulary in terms of their which leads to a more practical approach where multiple items can be integrated into a dynamic model of communities rather than a mix of artifacts.